Okay, welcome everyone. How are you doing today? How is your Wednesday going? Okay, looks like the stream is live. As usual, I've been doing some tweaks to the stream, so it was barely working just 15 minutes ago. But I hope now it should be okay. Yeah, I guess everything is working. Alright, awesome. So, going back to our keyboard, that's what we've been doing on the last stream. And I have all the parts ready. I managed to print everything and even more. Yeah, so there's all of this crap over here. As you can see, I have plenty of parts, all the mock-ups that we need for today. So we're gonna check how does it look like when we attach all of the different pointing devices. I have a small Azotec, I have a large Azotec over here. What else? We have a trackball, and we have for the Circ trackpad, if you can see it. I messed it up a little bit because I printed the wrong way, and I don't know if you'll be able to see. It was on the bed, it was sitting like this, so we have a little bit of a sag over here, but that shouldn't matter too much. I don't think I'll be putting the sensor inside, because like all I need to check is like basically how does it look like when we like attach it to the board. And just before the stream I had an idea what can be done to maybe stay within just one top plate. So last time I was saying that, oh, maybe, you know, because we have different pointing devices, and for example, if we take a look over here, so this is the biggest Azotec, so this one will be covering quite a huge chunk of the keyboard. But then if we go, for example, back, let's say we take trackball. So the trackball is very tiny, and we can see all of the holes that Azotec is using. So I was thinking, how about we do something like this? Let me make a new component over here. Maybe I will call it common, because I would like to have like a one piece that will be common part, and all other pointing devices will be kind of sitting on it. So it would look something like this. If I can get it right. Let's take, because Azotec is the biggest one. Okay, let's take this one. Yeah, something like that. And what I wanted to do would be, let's see. Okay, let's say I would like to maybe fill this part and pull it all the way to the bottom. Is this one part? No. Okay, so let's do it like this. Let's take this one and this one. Okay, what happened? Okay, kind of odd. So how many parts do we have over here? Okay, maybe this way will be easier. Okay, like so. Okay, let's get rid of this and this. Yeah, so what I wanted to do, I would like to have it maybe, I don't know, like maybe 1.2 from the top. And then, for example, let's say we have a trackball over here. So this could be something like a top plate. Okay, let's make an opening over here. Okay, so now when I think about it, is it really is really gonna be a common part for all of this, because I think it would be I think it should come with every single pointing device. So for example, let's say you have a trackball. So trackball will come with this bottom plate as like attachment. So the plate is meant to cover all of the holes. We can close this. Okay, so I think it might be a little bit too small, because if we would like to have screws coming from the bottom, because we don't want to see the screws, although maybe it's not such a bad idea, because we have screws also coming from the top, from here. So maybe we can do something about it. Maybe we can keep it like that, but that doesn't matter maybe at this point. But like what I wanted to see, would that really look okay if we have it like that? Yeah, so that would be like one piece. Okay, let's say I'm gonna move it to the trackball. Let's say, let's call it mask trackball, like this. Okay, so this is not a common element, so a little bit wrong. Okay, then let's say we go to Azotec. So for the 65 we don't have to do anything, but for 43 this mask would be kind of handy. Let's call it like this, because like 65, let's hide the trackball. 65 gonna cover everything, so yeah, nothing to do here. Okay, let's move this to here, and okay, let's enable this one. Okay, let's make it active. Yeah, so this is how it would look like. Okay, let's hide this hole. Okay, so this is the opening. Yeah, so we actually at this point we could also change the opening in the top plate. We can make it a little bit bigger, or maybe even square. Okay, it can't be square because the trackball is sitting on it. Oh. Okay, anyways, I don't think it matters that much at this point. Probably all of the pieces should fit. Maybe just the huge Azotec, the 65, because I can't remember how are the wires oriented with it. But we still have a spacer, right? So we have this spacer over here. So even if the wires, I think they were kind of like in the center somewhere, so there is still enough space to route them. And there was some kind of a plug underneath the PCB, but it was very tiny, so definitely it was smaller than that. So that should fit, no problem. Okay, so for this one, what can we do? Let's say, okay, let's cut it out exactly how. One more sec. I think I'm gonna cut the same way as the bottom, or maybe we can even do, we can cut from the top. Okay, maybe for now let's do it this way. Okay. It would be easier like this. Okay. Okay, let's remove all of that and just cut. Yeah. So basically what we have this like a plate that will come on top of the keyboard. So I guess we could have it like a different color maybe, to stand out a little bit from the top plate. Yeah, something like this. And then we have the rest. Yeah, it's not that bad. Well, actually what we can do before we jump to the workbench, we can maybe send this to print just to take a look. Let's say, okay, let's take a look at this one with the trackball, because I can show you later. I have a different keyboard, which is a good comparison of the size, because the prototype that I've been working on some time ago and that I'm using currently, it has additional keys over here, so it has 2 keys, so everything is a little bit shifted to the left. But I didn't have much use for those keys, and I decided that I prefer to have the pointing device closer to the keys. So I removed those 2, and I have moved the pointing device a little bit to the right, so you don't have to like bend your wrist too much. Not that it was a problem before, but I think it's better to have it closer. And like those 2 keys, I didn't really had much use for them. I think there was like a page up and delete, and I never used them actually. I kind of like, with the current layout, that they are completely useless. I have everything else in the correct position, so they're not a good fit anymore. So yeah, I removed them. I moved all of this. So like I was comparing today, so this version, what we have over here, is just a tiny bit longer than the previous one with those 2 additional keys here. So my initial impression was that I don't quite like it, that it is this long. So today I think we'll have to decide what we're gonna do with it. Shall we go with this, have this plate, and try to do something about it? One way would be, for example, we could drop I2C OLED screen maybe over here, but then we will lose it if we attach the 65 version. So yeah, that's a little bit problematic. So yeah, I wouldn't want to miss any features because there's a different pointing device. So the choice is we're gonna either stay with this and we're gonna have an empty space over here. Maybe we can fit in some diodes for like scroll lock, caps lock, and for the game mode, because this keyboard will have a game mode. I don't know if I want to have an OLED screen. If I did, probably it would come on the left side. Okay, that's the left side. Well, actually, it is already. I have it over here already, because I've been working on it some time ago, so okay, maybe it will stay here, so we can avoid the diodes, maybe. Difficult choice. I'm not a big fan of this OLED screen, and the main reason for it is that if you don't type, it will go to sleep, and then basically you can't really see what is what, like if you have a caps lock on or not. Yeah, difficult choice as well. Okay, but let's go back. Let's take a look at this thing. Okay, I think what we can do, let's try to print it. We definitely need to make some openings. So we need openings for the mounting screws for the trackball. So that will be one thing. Let's hide the trackball. We can pull them. And we also need some mounting holes. For now, I think I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not gonna do anything. I will just do like screw from the top. It doesn't matter right now. Where is the top plate for this thing? It's here. Okay, so let's take a look. Which is gonna be? I think it's gonna be this one. This one. This one and one more. This one, right. Okay, let's go back. Cut it nicely. Okay, so that will be one part. And I think I will make one more, because I think I have Azotec 43 laying around. So let's make one more for the Azotec, and then we can have like a better comparison. Okay, let's do this one. Oh, we can go with the spacer. Okay, let's activate. Right, and that should be easy. Alright, okay, spacer gone. Let's cut this. Okay, so let's export this thing. How can we call it? Cover 43 maybe. And this one will be cover trackball. Okay, export STL cover trackball. Okay. Bamboo Studio. A lot of drama recently with Bamboo. Okay, what's that? New configuration? No, I don't have this printer. That's kind of interesting, because I watched some videos online that they still have this issue with A1, that it can catch fire, even though they did a recall. I used to own A1 back then, and I sent it back. And yeah, it's kind of odd. I think they got it fixed. Not sure how it melted for other folks, but stuff happens. Okay, so these two. Anything else? I think that's it. Right. So let's push it. Forgot to hide. Right. Okay, what is happening there? Do we have a view on the printer? Oh yes, there is. Nice. I wasn't expecting it to work. Alrighty. Yeah, so I think we can jump to the workbench. Sorry about that. I forgot to enable the microphone. Okay, a little bit messy as usual. Okay, what do we have over here? So this is the top plate. Let's take a look from the top. It looks quite okay. Okay, I think this is a good moment to show you how does it compare in size with the previous one, the one that is currently operational. Okay, there we are. Okay, so that's the current prototype. So these two keys are the ones that I've been talking about. They have no use. I mean, of course, you can do something with them. You can use them for something. But instead of that, I decided to move everything to the right, and then encoder went up as well. Another thing that I did, I don't know if you will be able to tell, I have decreased the column stagger. So this one is a little bit more aggressive. Was okay, but I think this one will be a little bit better. And I also changed, it will be more visible later on when I put on the keys and keycaps, because this key is now, I think, 1.5 or 125. Because like it's better for the thumb, and yeah, this one is just normal. Okay, so what we need to check today? Yeah, so how does it compare with the size? I forgot the most important part. I don't know if it's a good fit. Yeah, I think it's more or less okay. Maybe like this. Yeah, so the trackball looks like it's a little bit lower. Okay, can I have it like that? Okay. Yeah, so it looks like it's almost the same size, which is not that bad. What is that I don't like is that there is this much empty space over here. I was thinking maybe we can drop some kind of a logo or something on this side for the remaining parts, and for the 65 there will be nothing. I don't know. I a very difficult choice, but okay, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. However, if we use the right side and the left side, so the right side is a tiny bit longer, right? But on the left side we have an OLED screen, so this might make things a little bit more complicated because there will be less space in between, for example for tenting. But yeah, I guess it is what it is. Okay, so the mid part looks like this, and we can drop it over here. Alright. Well, if I really wanted to, I can attach some screws, but that's not the point today. What I need? I think I need an encoder. Okay, we have two, so one goes up over here. Okay, that's a good fit. Okay, and the other one, let's see, how would I want it? Maybe like this. The wire sticking out. No, I think this one is fully functional. Could be used for something. Okay, so the most important thing for me was, so if I have my hand on the keys, so what I wanted to have is for this encoder to be right in this is the ring finger, right? If I'm correct. So ring finger and this, yeah, it's perfect. It's just how it's supposed to be. So you don't have to move your hand anywhere. If you touch this one is also perfectly aligned. So the bottom fits and the top fits as well. Alright, yeah, that's a good thing. So even though I moved this one a little bit because it was tiny bit lower, I had to move it up because of the Azotec 65, but it's still okay, it's still within the range. Technically could be even a little bit further up because like I have rather small hands, and I think it could be a little bit higher up and there won't be an issue in rotating it. So yeah. Okay, so I think what we can do, we can put some keys over here, see how it feels, and then we can get to the sensors. This is another thing that I was looking at, trying to prototype something. This is left side of, well, almost a keyboard. But somehow I don't like it. I don't know why. Somehow I'm not convinced to like an ortho keyboard that is like this without any stagger. I don't know. Maybe something wrong with me. How is the print going? I don't know. Is it like doing something? Okay, I think the view is stuck. Let's try again. Okay, now we have a live feed. Okay. Well, it's not that much printing, it's just 1.2, so should be done in a second. Maybe we can even, before I'm done with all the keys, we can have it already. Oh, lucky me. Seems like I even got a proper key with a proper keycap for this side. Let's see. Okay, that is a very tight fit. And I think this is 1.5. Let's see. Okay, looks like this is 125. This is 1.5. And I can't remember which one was meant to go here. Well, if you look at it, it looks like 1.5 was supposed to be here, even though it looks kind of tight. Maybe on this side is not that bad, but over here it's definitely too close. I think I could be okay with this one, not okay with this one. It's not a problem, we can move it just, I don't know, 0.5 maybe, and that should do the trick. No harm yet, because we don't have that much things done besides. Okay, someone followed. I can see from here. Let's take a look. Hey Sandalwood, thank you for following. Yeah, so just as I said, I messed up the whole top plate already. So like the PCB and everything else that I had designed previously, it doesn't really matter anymore, so I can move that, and I think 1.5 should be okay, but let's take a look if maybe the smaller 1.2 would do better. Yeah, and definitely it looks like it's a little bit maybe not symmetric, I would say. I can't really say how I feel about it. Yeah, I think we will go with 1.5. Just need to make some more space. And basically, let's see what would happen if I change this, make it like that. Okay, so now we have a block. I think this one is okay. I think I like it more, a little bit longer key. So 125 here and 1.5 over here, but now it's completely blocked, as you can see. So we'll have to move it. Just a tiny bit. Hard to tell right now how much. Maybe we can even... What would happen if we rotate it to be like perpendicular to this one? So maybe we won't have to do that much, because it looks like we have some space over here. Okay, something to think about, but for now... Okay, so how does it look like? Okay, give me a sec. Lights still need some setup. Okay, I think it's a little bit better. But I might be needing a little bit more lights. Alright, so how does it feel? from the top. Yeah, it's not that bad, honestly. Damn. Like, okay, this is 1.5, right? Okay, so let's say we will be typing like this. Yeah, so everything is within reach. So I don't have to move my hand because I can have my thumb over here. I can reach everywhere. So that is perfect, exactly how I wanted it. Okay, all of this is fine. Okay, this key, yeah, this one is a little bit too far. Like looking at it like this. Yeah, I think we have to redesign it. We have to rotate it a little bit. It doesn't have to be like that. It will be okay if it's perpendicular, and we have to move it down. But since I wanted to put 125, so I assume it would be okay if I have it like this. It's always a little bit tricky when you're trying to design the top plate, because let's say I will be moving these two keys. So now if I want to check it, I will have to reprint the whole thing. Like at some point, what I used to do, if I had the mid plate, which is the part that is like this one, that goes between the bottom and the top plate. So what I would do sometimes, I would just cut the part where I have the keys, like this, and I would only print this part. So it's a little bit of, you know, still safe, a little bit of plastic, but it's still difficult, you know, difficult to prototype without like wasting. Okay, so yeah, I think it's okay. Let me hide it. So like pinky is also reaching perfectly. Yeah, everything within reach. And let's see. Okay, the keys. And the scrolling would be also okay. Yeah, looks fine. Looks fine. Okay, how's the print going? Okay, it's finished. Right. I think it's still kind of hot before I pick it up. What else can we do? Okay, not much, I'm afraid. Okay, I think I need to prepare some screws. I think I can go and pick up the stuff from the printer. Okay, this is how it looks like. Well, I know it's not a different color, but what can you do? Ah shit, I forgot to make an opening. I forgot the outer. That doesn't matter because I think I can attach it with this one or whatever there is. Okay, so the drag bar goes like this. Okay, so this is how it's gonna look like with the trackball. Like, looking at it from the top, it's not that bad, I must say. It looks kind of okay. Despite this, I think I really should try to print it in a different color maybe, just to have like a better look at it. Maybe we should do that. How would it look like? Because it's like difficult to tell right now. How would it present overall? Yeah, but so far so good. Shall we put a trackball on it? Like put the ball and all the bearings and stuff? Okay, I think, you know what guys? I really want to take a look at a different color. Give me a second, we can go and change the filament. I think I have white as well on the spool, so we can reprint that. And do we need to add some more holes? No, I think that should be okay, so we can skip any changes. But I really would like to see a different color. Okay, before it catches the temperature, I think we can, let's see, maybe we can just slice it. Looks like something is missing here. Oh, that's odd. There is something over here. Okay. PTGHF. It's funny. Okay, now it opened up. I don't know if you could see that, like this part was missing, but now it's okay. Do we need any other changes? No, I don't think so. Okay, let's slice it. Print. Alright, I'm gonna go and change the filament. Okay, I think it's ready. Let's go and print. What does it say? Not all filaments, blah blah blah. Okay, never mind. Okay, it's should be okay. What's up over here? Okay, PLA. Well, we just changed that. One of those few moments where having AMS would be maybe handy. Okay, how about now? Okay, PTG, right, let's go. I mean, in the meantime, when it's printing, we can fix this key on the bottom. Yeah, we can fix this fella. So we can rotate it a little bit and make sure that it's enough space, and check if 125 is gonna fit. It should be okay. It shouldn't go beyond the edge. Well, technically maybe even 1.5 would fit, but 1.5 doesn't really make that much sense over here. Right. Okay, is it doing something? Printing, not printing? Alright. Okay, let's go like this. And back to our CAD. Pointing device, no. We want top plate. Okay, makes me wonder now. Was that a good choice? Let's do over here, let's do switch outlines like this. What's that actually? Okay, so these are keycaps. So let's move them over here. Yeah, it always, every project starts like this, even though this is not a new project, but like, you know, I always try to put everything in its place, and then like a couple days later, everything is everywhere. I don't even know where to look for things. It always gets so messy. All right. Yes, we still need to take a look at this encoder over here. I think I messed up a little bit now when I look at it, because I think I left this opening default size, which is 7, and I think it should be a little bit more if I want to just push it through. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, so I would like to go over here, the outlines. And what I would like to do, okay, let's see. I need the center of this thing. I need a rectangle from the center. So that one was 1.5, right? So it's gonna be 1905 times 1.5. And this will be 1905. We would like to change that to a construction line like this. I wonder if I can, okay, let's do it like this. I wonder if I can align it to this line. Okay, not quite. Okay, let's go over here. Oh, maybe this way. Okay, not that bad. Okay, one more try. Oh, why did it copy? No idea. Okay, let's grab it over here. So we would like it to be perfectly in the center. Okay, let's attach over here. Move it to the center. Where is the point? Over here. Ah, I missed that. Over here. Okay, so as you can see, it's already a little bit too close. You know, when you're designing, it's not that much of an issue if they overlap a little bit, because like 9005 is the default spacing, so the keycap is usually smaller. I don't know what is the default size of the keycap, maybe it's like 18.5, something like that. So we always have a little bit of wiggle room, but in this case, we are kind of too close. Let's do this one. Rectangle from the center. Okay, this one will be okay. 1905 times 125 and 1905 over here. Okay, also a construction line. Okay, let's try to move it. Attach to here. Alright. And now let's just center that. How's the print going? Do we have a view? We don't have a view. Decided. Okay, no view on the printer. Never mind. Sometimes it will disconnect because it's behind a very thick wall, so I can't really blame it. No, come on, where is this midpoint over here? Maybe I'll have more luck in 3D view. Oh yeah, it showed up. And this one, let's go to the center, like so. Okay, so you can see there is an overlap over here. It doesn't look that bad, but something we have to fix. Okay, can I select all of these? Oh, why not? Okay, one more try. One more try. I pressed D by accident. Okay. I wonder if I will be able to, maybe if I grab this edge, okay, make it like this. And let's say we want to drop it all the way to here. Oh, would you look at that? So after just simply rotating it, looks like we have a good margin. So there shouldn't be an issue. There should be plenty of space, even though there is not that much distance between these two. It's like almost 0.4, so not that much, but should be okay. Since this one is not rotated anymore, that should be fine. I'm not quite sure if it's a good idea to have it like that, but when I was checking it, it didn't seem like rotating it this much would make a difference for the thumb. If it's like, if it's like this or compared to like the original. Yeah, I think I'll have to print it sometime later, probably after the stream, and just to have a good good view. Okay, so right, so we do have some space, that shouldn't be an issue. Let's take a look, one more thing over here, but like we already know that this key is not interfering. What does it look like? Yeah, there is plenty of space, I would say. Looks decent between this one and this one. There shouldn't be any block. Okay, so we have to fix one more thing. We have to fix this socket. Okay, it looks good right now. Yeah, I wonder how it's gonna turn out when we print it. But so far so good. Okay, any other changes? I don't think so. So encoders were okay. Okay, let's take a look on this encoder on top. If I only have one. Well, I should have smaller ones. Looks like all of them are kind of long. Okay, I'm gonna use a substitute. I think this one is 10 millimeters, and all of them, no, this one's also 15, and this one is 15 as well, but they are kind of long. Like if you look at the thread, this one is so much longer by, I don't know, like 5-8 millimeters. Yeah, I have shorter ones over here, but they don't have a thread, so they can't be used. I think it's even shorter than this one, yeah, by a few millimeters. Oh, lucky me, because of course it doesn't fit that well, because it was the opening over here, the cutout was meant for a different encoder, but looking at it over here, it seems like the depth is just enough for it to reach all the way, and yeah, I think the hole is correct size, so as you can see I don't have to screw it in, it just falls through. And then we have this. There should be a washer as well. I have like a bunch of them in the back. I can just attach this. Okay, like so. Yeah, it's I think it looks okay. I don't have any knob. Give me a second. Of course, everything is gone. Well, I can't find it. I had quite a bunch of them somewhere, and I don't know where are they now. This is like, okay, it's working over here. Okay, that's funny. Right, the print is done. Yeah, let's change it. Okay. Okay, feels like I lost audio. Not sure what happened. Okay, it's back. Okay, how does it look like from the top? Not sure if I like it that much. Maybe same color would have been better. It looks like a patch. But actually it is a patch, just to hide the remaining parts. I don't know. Hard to tell. Well, maybe if we could, instead of having it on top like this, maybe we can make a cutout that would be, I don't know, like 2 point something deep, and then just slide it in. So we wouldn't be having plate like this on top. It would be flashed together with the top plate. Would that look better? Because currently I'm not quite happy about it. I don't think it looks too good. Maybe it would be a little bit better if the trackball was sitting like in the center. We can move it, no problem. It's not that much, honestly. So I wouldn't want to move it to the left. It would have been perfect. Basically, if I moved it to the left. Okay, I think we can check maybe how would it look like if we align it with the center, but then probably it will be almost the same thing as I had before. There will be enough space over here to fit in those two keys, which is something I wanted to avoid. Definitely we can make it a little bit, we can shift it a little bit up. So there will be, yeah, this is another thing that's kind of makes it a little bit less symmetric. We can cut these, or basically we can even remove these and just rely on the plate. Basically what can be done, there are maybe a few options. So let's say we don't want it to be sticking out like this. So we can make a cutout and flash it inside the plate. Okay, but then there is an issue. Let's say we want to do, well, of course we would like to have it low profile, which is chalk. So with chalk we don't have that much option anymore, because chalk plate is 2.2 millimeters. Yes, I think it's 2.2. So we can't really flash it that much, like compared to MX. For MX I do 5, because basically 5 millimeters is enough to have it flashed. So if PCB comes along, there will be like no gap in between. So like 5 millimeters is exactly the bottom of the switch. I always did that, and it fits perfectly. So if I would like to flash it in, then with chalk plate that would be a problem, because there won't be enough space. Well, I could do it maybe like 1.2 deep. So we would still have a bit of an edge, but it wouldn't be sticking out that much. 1.2 is at the same time is not that thick, but it's something what we have right now. But I think would be better. So okay, I think I'm gonna do it like that. We can check one more prototype. So we still have to print the top plate. So because we need to check this key. So at the same time, I think I can give it a shot. I can make a hole for this, make it a little bit bigger. I wonder if we have enough space. Probably not so much. We'll have to move a few things here and there. And yeah, kind of try to align all of that. Just a tiny bit. Okay, so this one is alright. I think, let's say, yeah, maybe not that great, because like the top of the trackball, so if I want to rotate, it's kind of getting in the way. But at the same time, I don't have a knob here yet. And even if like the ones that you can buy, even if it turns out to be too short, we can always 3D print a bigger one. We have enough space over here. And yeah, we did print one some time ago for the trackpad that never came to be. Yeah, so that is not an issue. We can lift it up, so yeah, definitely that's not a problem. So this can stay like this. We have to figure out if we can cut out over here. Okay, so if we would like to accommodate for choke, so the choke is 2.2. Let's say we're gonna cut maybe 1.2, so we will be left with 1 millimeter on the bottom. Would that be enough? Okay, maybe at some point we'll still have to print chalk plate, just to be sure. Like, but it shouldn't be bad, because like it shouldn't flex or anything. Okay. So some things are okay, some things are not quite okay. Let's see, this mask and the trackball. Okay, let's save this. Maybe I should make a new version for that, just in case I wanted to go back. Okay, so now the trackball will be the part. I mean, okay, we don't need screws anymore. Okay, can I cut it out easily? Let's see. Well, it might be a little bit tricky. Not the cleanest. I wonder if... Okay, I can't cut it like that. Okay, we have this. I wonder if I pull it. Not nice. Okay, because it's a little bit skewed over here. It's a little bit tricky in this program to quickly fix this kind of issues. Okay, looks like it's fixed. Okay, maybe we can do this one a little bit different. Okay, let's see if we, for example, if we make a section. What would happen if I take this edge and make a plane out of it? Okay, it's a little bit better, but not without issues. Okay, what happened here? Okay, it's okay, almost fixed. This one we can remove, we don't need this edge. And it's the same thing over here. It looks like it's messing up a little bit. Kind of funny because the other edge was okay. With this one, we are having some issues. Damn it. maybe if we can go from the bottom, try to separate it somehow. Okay, a bit better. Or maybe not so much. This edge is breaking a little bit because it's completely the geometry is completely wrong over here. Okay, how about maybe okay, let's try. Okay, what happened here? Let's try to pull this around. Okay, let's do full round. There it goes, and it's gone. All right. Wasn't that bad, and it looks okay. I hope I didn't mess up anything else. Okay, so going back to our plate over here. Okay, so we don't need these holes because this will be an integral part. Let's say we would like to move it. Okay, that is the center. Okay, let's center it over here. Like so. Yeah, I think it looks a little bit better without these mounting holes. Okay, so we can bring back the top plate for now, and the sockets. So if I would like to move it, let's say okay, we still need to move this part. Okay, a bit better now. So let's say we would like to move the trackball all the way to the center. So okay, we need to grab it properly. Okay, so that is the center of the trackball, and let's move it. Okay, got the wrong thing. Okay, that is the trackball. If I would like to move it over here, oh yeah, that is too much space. $19.05, yeah, exactly. So that would be exactly the amount I've moved it. So I didn't like it. So no, it can't be like that. So the trackball has to stay over here. Nothing we can do about it. Okay, so what will be the next step? So if you want to sink it inside of the top plate, that's gonna be a little bit tricky because we have a socket over here which is not part of the top plate, and we have a socket over here. So maybe we should start with a new component. Let's call it, let's make it a cutter like this. Okay, so we need a little bit of a margin. I think 0.1 would do. Yeah, I think it should be okay. Okay, so that is our cutter. It's over here. Let's pull it. Let's make it... what was I saying? So the chalk top plate is what? 2.2, right? So if you make this 1.2, that is not that much. But do we really need that much thickness at the same time? I think we can go with 1.2 maybe. Let me think. Okay, 1.2, if you make it like 1.6, that should be thick enough, because if it's not thick enough, if you make it like 2.2, it might start bending when printing, especially in PLA. So 1.6 should be a little bit better maybe. And yeah, that's the 1.6. We can make it different for different plates, right? Because for MX we can make it, for example, I know 2.4, so that will be 2.6 for the plate later on. And for chalk we can make it, I don't know, 1.6 maybe. So there will be 0.6 later, or maybe 1.4, and we will have 0.8 for the screw. Okay, let's make it. Okay, let's keep it together. Let's make it 1.4 for both for now. Okay, so the mask. Dragwall needs to stay at the same distance for now. Okay, let's move that. Okay, so alright. So our cutter needs to be aligned with the top of the plate. Okay, activate and cut and remove. Okay, so we have something like that. I'm not gonna bother with this. Okay, we still have to cut some more. So we have to take this one, cut, and we need to take this one and chop off this edge. Okay, now it's correct. So it shouldn't interfere. So now, where is our mask? Okay, the mask is here. Okay, the mask is here. We have some space over here, so 0.1, I think it should be enough. It shouldn't be too tight. Actually, we can even make it 0.5. Because 0.1 might be a bit too much of a gap. Okay, 0.1. Okay, we'll see how it looks like. I think it might be nicer if we have like a better separation, like visually. 0.1. Yeah. Maybe like this. So if we take a look, so 0.5. 0.5 is basically over here on the edge of the mid plane or mid plate and the between the top plate. So this gap over here is 0.5. So I think I would like to have it a little bit thicker, like 0.1 will be more visible. It might look a little bit better. Let's see. Okay, if we slice it, for example, like this. Oh, we have some space over here. How come? Why would it cut a little bit more? Ah, because, right, the plate is a little bit smaller. Plate is 1.2 and I did 1.4. Okay, let's change that. Okay, 1.4. Is it 1.4? Okay, now it's 1.4. Okay, it's a little bit crooked over here. Okay, looking at it. Okay, we don't need this one. What else? So that is from the trackball, and I think this one is from the trackball as well. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we can close all other gaps. All right, that is correct. And maybe... Okay, shall we keep on like a round opening over here? Or shall we just make it a little bit smaller? For example, we can do something like that. Okay, just a quick one. Let's see. Let's take this edge. And let's do offset. And how about we do close with arc? Oh no, not like this. Okay, so it won't do arc, only on the outside. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, 3. Okay, let's make it 5, maybe. Okay, we can cut it open like this, but now when I think about it, we will have some diodes, RGB, probably on the bottom. So if we make a huge hole like this, then we could have some kind of a light shining through the plate, especially if the color is not that dark. Let's say something light. So I think it will be better to just not cut it like that, and maybe just leave it like this. Yeah, I would have to check how small I can make this hole. Yeah, sadly I don't have a 65. I think I'll have to remove it from Cordy just to be able to take a look. If we can make this hole smaller. I'm afraid for the 65 it might require a little bigger opening, because 65 had some kind of a socket somewhere over here, like, yeah, so that might be a little bit problematic. Okay, so we are not cutting bigger hole. We're gonna stick to this. Okay, but at the same time, okay, if we would cut it either way, the bottom can be still thicker. Okay, let's see. Maybe I shouldn't have removed that. Let's do a test. Okay, let's say we cut a hole like this. Yeah, so like the screws will be coming from the bottom over here. This part will be hidden, so there won't be any screw visible from here. But at the same time, it's just 1.6. I guess it might be a good moment. Okay, let's remove this cutter. Okay, the socket is here. Okay, it doesn't look that bad. It might be a good moment to try to close it. Let's say, okay, 0.6. Okay, wrong way. Minus 0.6. Come on. Oh, now it's the correct way. So it's gonna be, let's say we would like to hide it, right? So from here to here, what will be the thickness? 0.8. So we will have just 0.8 for the screw to attach. Okay, so that is, I think, one more thing good, worth checking right now with this new design. Okay, let's do 0.6. So I'm curious if this 0.8 would be enough to attach a screw from the bottom. Would it still hold, or do we need a bigger space, which might be problematic a little bit. Okay, 0.6 like this. Yeah, and what I was thinking about, so this is trackball, right? So what we can do, nothing is stopping us from making an offset over here. Okay, let's do 1.1 like this. And we can pull it up. So we still have the thickness. How does it look like? Yeah, so as you can see, we still have a full thickness. So that will be like the top cover, and this will give us thickness. So we won't be able to see any light shining through, hopefully. And this way, what we can do, we can have a different plate for different parts. So for example, for Azotec 65, where I am not quite sure at this moment, where is there's like a socket underneath the PCB. So I'm not quite sure where is it located. Also the wires that are connecting it, they're somewhere like top center, somewhere over there. So we definitely need some space there. So we can't have one design that will fit all. But with this approach, we can have a different plates for different sensors, and this way we can accommodate like different conditions, right? So yeah, when I think about it right now, it kind of makes sense. Might happen that will blow up in my face later on, like as a bad design, but like for now, I think it looks okay. I am really curious how it's gonna pan out. Okay, so the switch over here is moved. We have this done as well. Okay, I think I can close this. Okay, why is it not? Oh, that's odd. That's funny because over here there is no screw. I mean, there is no sign, but over here it's kind of, and I can't feel it. Okay, from the bottom, or maybe I have some. No, yeah, I was thinking maybe there is some kind of a line or something visible. It doesn't look like it. Well, not important. Yeah, that should do the trick. Well, it's a bit of a pity that we can't move the trackball. I would like it to be a little bit more symmetric, but like now it's at least it's like in the center of this plate. Or is it? Let's see if there is any distance from the midpoint, if I can only grab it. I don't know, it got something, but it says 0. I assume it's the midpoint. Okay, I can't move it. Okay, we are in the center, so that is correct. At least this one is fine. Oh well. Is there anything else for the top plate that we need to adjust, like before the print? I don't think so. Makes me a little bit worried. Why did I leave this key? This one was a little bit angled, right? If you can remember. But okay, I will print it. I will take a look if it fits correctly. Like it might happen that it's not like the angle. Let's see. So when you put your thumb on it, like right now, okay, you can see maybe over here. So now it is a little bit, it's a little bit angled. So like the thumb is resting okay, but I don't think it makes that much of a difference. If anything, I would even say we can move it a little bit to the bottom. Well, we don't have that much space, sadly. How does it look like with the mid plane? Okay, so not much space left. I mean, this is still not that bad. Like this whole thing can go in all the way till the end of the top plate, like even this part. But we don't need it this like drastically. Also, okay, I didn't show you. Also, this key can't be too far. Because this one is for some layers, so we need to reach, holding the thumb, we need to reach all the way to here. So like if it's a little bit further away, then this part is stretched too much. Now it's perfect. Now it's like, I can't really feel any stress on this part. So yeah, and as I was saying, so we still have some space over here. Even if we look like on the top plate, we still have some space. This can be basically, this edge can be touching almost with this one. It will still print correctly, but yeah, let's leave it like that. Okay, anything else I wanted to change? I don't think so. We still have diodes to fix, but that's a different story. Besides, we don't really have to check too much with them because we already have a functioning socket on Cordy. What is kind of bothering me is the way how to attach them to the PCB, because like with Cordy we had hand wired, so it was easy, that wasn't a problem. But it might be a problem when we have a PCB. We'll have to come up with something. Maybe we can make this like the edge of the PCB. Maybe we can have a pad over there. I forgot how it's called. Let's see. JLC PCB. I think it's called Come on, load faster. I forgot the name. Capabilities, blah blah blah. Okay, material, drilling traces, solder mask, vias, outline. Yes, mouse bites. Okay, but mouse bites, okay, it's over here. But I think mouse bites is meant if you're making a panel, right? So the mouse bite is like the tiny, like an island that connects different PCBs. I've been using panel when I was printing like those tiny PCBs for sockets for a switch. So there was like a tiny PCB that would fit under the switch. We will be making new ones because I will need them in one of the projects. I think this is called caster. Yes, castellated. I think that is correct name. Or maybe not. Damn it, I forgot the name. Okay, maybe not that much important at this moment. Yeah, I forgot how it's called. When you have pads on the edge of the PCB, something like over here. So this is RP 2040. So this kind of pad like on the edge. So this might come handy if I would like to attach the infrared diode. Because I don't want to go with a through hole because it's a pain to desolder later on, and it will like make the whole thing, so it will kind of bind together top plate with the PCB. So as long as you don't remove it, you won't be able to detach the top plate from the PCB. And this is gonna be very tricky because this infrared that I am using is very tiny and you have to like press it in. So you won't be able to press it out and at the same time trying to like heat it up to desolder it. So definitely we need to come up with something simple, something easy. Okay, so okay, anything else? I think we are done with this part, but we are not done for today yet because I have some other things I wanted to try. Okay, we still have these, but I think we're gonna leave it because we still want to check how it's gonna look like if we... Okay, let's take a look. Okay, because it might happen that, for example, might be something different with this one. This is 65. I'm not expecting any changes, but something might look different with 43, or something might look different with circuit trackpad. So it's better to check now than having to print one more time. Okay, so this is how it's gonna look like with circuit trackpad. I think it looks okay. Definitely better than the trackball because it's thicker. Like compared to the trackball looks kind of slim. Well, we can always make it thicker as well, not a problem. Yeah, but this one looks okay. Like looking at it, I'm quite happy with it. Okay, so maybe having the plates is not the way to go. Maybe just thicken this part, make it larger. Yeah, it wouldn't be that bad, maybe. If we can make it bigger. Okay, yeah, good that I checked. So we can enlarge it a little bit later. That should be kind of easy because what we can do, we can just copy the edge, maybe add a little bit of thickness to it and rotate it around to cover everything. So basically we're just gonna enlarge toward this way, and yeah, that should be easy, worth checking. Yeah, but I like it. This looks kind of okay. Okay, it's not working again. Give me a sec. Still some bugs. Okay, can I change it now? No, okay, so we have to wait for it to change automatically. Okay, so it's not that bad. I think it looks kind of okay. I'm still not happy about this space over here, but yeah, not much we can do about it. Just have to leave it. Okay, what else? Let's take a look at Azotec 43. I think I'm gonna add the spacer as well. Okay, maybe now I can change the view. No, still front. Oh, come on. I know why it's not changing. Should be... No luck. Yeah, it still needs some fixing for the stream. Okay, so Azotec 43. With the spacer doesn't look too good, I must say. A bit too thick. But looks like the distance from the switches is just enough. So maybe we can get away without having such a big spacer. Maybe we can have it a little bit smaller, and yeah, because it doesn't look like I will be hitting. Although yeah, this finger. Okay. Difficult to say at this point. Oh, finally it changed. Right. So this is how it looks like. Can I go to the top? No. Okay, not too good, I must say. But at the same time, I'm not a big fan of this one. It's okay. The tracking is good and all, but the space a little bit it's a little bit too small. And it's like when you try to move, especially if you have a bigger screen, if you have like a 4K screen, you find it like there's not enough space if you would like to drag it. You always find yourself like hitting the edge. Or maybe it's just me. Yeah, but still okay to have. Yeah, but I think it looks the worst among them all. I don't know, maybe if we can have like an edge, additional edge over here with some bevel, something like that to make it look like it's bigger visually. Yeah, not a fan of this one. Okay, so let's try quickly to make the trackball a little bit thicker to make it look more like the circle holder. Okay, which one was it? This one. Okay, it's a little bit higher. Alright, that should be easy. Okay, let's go and let's do a line over here. Like this. Okay, maybe over here we can do okay, something like this. Would that be enough? This one and this edge and this tiny one as well. Would that be enough for a surface? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, what did we miss? There is a line over here. Okay, something doesn't add up. Okay, this one is... So... what could be the problem? Maybe like this? Okay, now we have a surface. Probably I just... I might have hit a point, not... I didn't select like the edge, just a point. Okay, so as I said, that should be easy. What we need to do is just rotate it around. And okay. So we need to cut these walls as well. Or we can leave it like that. Okay, this part. Okay, I wonder if I can pull this edge, let's say this way. Would that work? Okay. Yeah, so maybe it won't be that bad. Okay, this part, let's see, chop off this. Chop off this and this one. Okay, we don't need these surfaces. Okay, not that bad. How does it look like? That's a thick boy. Okay, it's a little bit outside over here. But that is not a problem at the same time. And when I think about it, if this looks good, basically maybe we can even drop this part. Let's say we will just drop the 43 Azotec. So we're gonna have 65 circuit and the trackball. So basically we should be able to get away with all of this crap, and we could only swap the top. Yeah, so far so good. Looks okay. Maybe we can just... that is too much. How would it look like if I do all of them? Okay, not so good. Okay, I think I know. I think I have to combine. Okay, that's a thick boy over here. Which one is it? This one. Okay, let's change the name. Trackball thick. And now let's see this edge, and this one. Let's see what will happen when I pull them. Okay, not so good. Okay, we need those. Okay, let's see what will happen now if I try to... Okay, not that bad. Should be enough to hold the ball in place. I hope it will print okay. Okay. Yeah, I think it's okay. Right. Okay, anything else that we need to change on the plate? So top plate is kind of done. We need to check the switch over here. We have to check the trackball, right? We have to check this plate, if it's gonna fit, how it's gonna look like with this thick trackball over here. And yeah, so that is one thing. So I will print that after the stream. Okay, as I said, I am not a fan of this one, 43. It's gonna be difficult to make it look good. Maybe somehow make the edges a little bit bigger and round them up. Maybe that would change like the overall perception. Let's see if we can do anything about it. Okay, so the trackball is done. Not much we can do, just 4 millimeters. Well, it does look a little bit thicker. If we do it like this. That's with the mask. Let's see. Okay, a little bit better. Let's see. For example, if we make this edge okay, a little bit better. I think the thicker frame, thicker edge makes it look a little bit better. Okay, so yeah, I was a little bit skeptical about it, but now I think it might look okay. So okay, yet another thing that I would have to print and take a look. Okay, what we need to do is to have mounting holes. Okay, how is it gonna be? Okay, let's say it's gonna be together with the trackball mask over here. Okay, it's sticking out a little bit. Okay, like a nice opening over here, and that will be the top. Okay, this might still work. I think I'm gonna leave it as an old version, so that will still fit the old plate. And I can always change it later on if I would like to take a look how it's gonna look like on the new plate, the one with an opening over here. But now when I look at it, like making this one thicker, making trackball thicker, and the circuit is already thick enough, well, I think we can maybe we can skip it altogether. How does a trackball look like it in comparison? Okay, where is our thick trackball? Over here. Okay, not so bad as well. Yeah, I think it's looking okay. Yeah, but then if I would like to stick to the 65. Okay, now there are two choices. I can either drop 65 and go back to the old dimensions and make everything a little bit smaller, or I can stick to 65, but then I will have to deal somehow. Yeah, I will have to stay with this opening because I will have no way to hide the screws. I mean the mounting holes for the Azotec 65 because it's a little bit too big. It's sticking out. Where is it? 43. Okay, 65 over here. Yeah. Yeah, and the 65 I can't thicken it anymore because it's already on the edge of everything. Okay, what would happen if I would, for example, move 65 a little bit like to the right? Okay, that's not that bad. The question is how it's gonna behave being so close to the switches. Like, would it be difficult to reach the edge, the right edge with your finger? Like, would you hit the keycap or something? Impossible to tell at this point. What I'm talking about is... Okay, it's still broken. If we have it like this close... Okay, I have a spacer, luckily. Let's say we're gonna leave a tiny space over here. Well, my script just broke and I can't change the view. So maybe like this. Oh, it's kind of, I can feel the switch over here. I mean the top of the keycap. So as you can see, oh, we can always make it taller if it was aligned with like the top. If we had the top of the Azotec aligned with the top of the keycap, like so, then it's not a problem. We can easily move around. It can be even like very close. We can just leave maybe 1 millimeter space between the keycap over here, and yeah, that would be okay. We still have access to this. This one is okay as well. Yeah, we can still rotate both of these. And yeah, I forgot about this one. Okay, there's a problem over here. The thumb is kind of hitting. Yeah, so this height is okay, because even if I press the key, I can still move it, but then it won't be okay with chalk, because chalk is lower, so we can have it this tall on a chalk. But okay, then we can lower everything. But for MX, okay, actually this is by accident. I just like randomly set the spacer height to this, and it seems like it was a good choice. Yeah, okay, so if it would be like this, very problematic. And we can move it maybe a little bit like this. I don't know what's the, maybe half of the distance that it is right now, because like right now it's over here, so half of the distance from here to here, that is still doable. That will be still okay, I suppose. Well, that is maybe 2.4 millimeters, not that much, still something, right? We can still make this part a little bit shorter, but at the same time it's not that much. Okay, so I guess I will have to check it with the other plate, and yeah. And it's very difficult to fit all of these together. When I was designing it originally, I had only circuit and the trackball, so both of them are kind of the same size. Even for Cordy, we managed to make it the same size. So there was like only one chassis for trackball and for circuit. But then Azotec came along. Turned out it's very good tracking. So I wanted to include it as well. So for Azotec, I had to make 2 more additional pieces to accommodate for that. And that kind of broke the shape of Cordy, but it's okay. And with this one, it's causing even more issues. And we can move it no problem. Just a tiny bit. Yeah, it looks like this part, for example, I can almost feel it. Maybe I should move this encoder just a tiny bit, maybe 5 millimeters to the bottom, just to be safe. Yeah. Oh, so many things. Okay, I think I'm gonna move it right now. Just, I don't know, maybe just 2.4, not too much. Before I get to the printing of the top plate, I'd like to have it all done. Okay, mid plate, top plate, and the trackball is not important. Okay, I would like to move this fella. Okay, let's grab it over here. Yeah, I think that should do it. This 2.4, I don't think I will be able to tell the difference. Okay, nicely, everything fits nicely. Yeah, so just that 2.4 millimeters, that shouldn't be an issue for like scrolling. I should have still like a good grip. Okay, anything else I need to change? Yeah, I guess that's okay. Okay, I think we can leave it for now. What time is it? 6. Okay, give me a second, guys. Okay, I think on the next one, what I would like to do, I am kind of thinking about having a foot pedal, or basically something that will allow me to have 3 keys. So one will be press over here. I bought this off AliExpress or somewhere. So yeah, this one is very noisy, but what I wanted is just to have a dimensions, but I don't think they will come that much handy. What I wanted to have, it would be 1 key to press like this with your foot. I was considering having 3 of them side by side, but I was testing this today and it looks like having 3 pedals, it's too much of a foot move. It's very uncomfortable in my opinion. So what I came up with would be to have this a little bit wider and there will be still 1 press, but then I was thinking maybe we can have switches on the sides. So when you have your feet on, you can press, that will be 1 key, and then right and left you will have 2 additional keys. We're not gonna do it today. Maybe we can do it on Friday, just like a mock-up, maybe something that I can print over the weekend. Yeah, but today I wanted to check one more thing. I bought this some time ago, and what it is, it's I think it's called piezo element. So what we have here, it's a piezo, something similar what you have in buzzers. But how it works, if you press it, if you squeeze it, I think it should give us some kind of a voltage on the output. And I was curious, like, would it be enough to use it as a key switch? Because we already have infrared in use, which is kind of handy, I must say. I like it a lot. It's not good as a switch, although there is one crazy stupid idea I would like to try, but maybe some other time with infrared. But today, before I go, I still would like to take a look. How does it work? Like, what's the voltage output? Like, can we get something out of it? I'm really curious, and it's been sitting on my shelf for some time already. So let's give it a shot. Let's see how it works. What's the voltage? And would it be possible to have a switch out of it? Okay, I was hoping I have some probes that have a hook, so that should be easier for me to measure. I don't know if I'll be able to measure anything. Okay, maybe I should try with an oscilloscope. Okay, with an oscilloscope it's even better, because I do have some hooks over here. Okay, let's see, I wonder if... Okay, we have something. Okay. Yeah, there's something is happening. Or maybe not so much. I don't know if you can see. Okay, so it's kind of low, even if there is something. Okay, maybe we can check if it's available, for example, on AliExpress. Maybe there is some kind of a message, like what kind of voltage can we expect? Because, okay, like this one. So that is exactly what I bought. Okay, not much info. How about here? Oh, I hate this. You see, it's like you know, you click on offer and it shows you some kind of a stupid bundle. Okay, so does it mean this one is supposed to emit sound? But I think it should work both ways. If you press it, if you squeeze it, it should give you some kind of a voltage. Okay, plate material, brass, plate thickness, blah blah blah. Okay, so it's only input. Yeah, so I guess this one is meant to emit sound. Yeah, but I'm pretty much sure you can have these as well as like a pressure sensor, maybe something like that. Okay, so looks like this part is not what I need. There is another thing, touch sensor. Yeah, this one. It's okay. It's quite nice, to be honest, but the issue with it is that it can only sense for a finite amount of time. If you put your finger on it and you hold it for some time, after, I don't know, a few seconds, it will stop sending you the signal that it's still being touched. And yeah, so it's not good for if you would like to have it as a layer swap or something like that. It's not gonna work. It's okay if you want to press it. So I was thinking maybe to use it as a something like a leader key over here. If we take a look, maybe over here, just drop it as a leader key, but at the same time it doesn't look there is enough space, so probably I will end up with another infrared on both sides over here for the leader key, because I've changed the layout a little bit, and leader key used to be here, but now I need this one to be alt key. So yeah, and I'm not gonna add one more key just for the leader, one more switch. Although maybe it's not that bad, but like then I would have additional key on the right side, which I have no idea what I can do with. Or maybe that could be a Windows, because I have Control Alt. It's Control Alt and right on the left one. Okay, let's see. We have what? It's Alt and Control. Yeah, so we have Windows key already. Yeah, so additional key won't really do much good for me. Yeah. Okay, a little bit disappointing, this piezo element, but probably it's my bad understanding what I can do with it. Looking. Okay. That would be still a little bit too large, even if I want to put it over here. If I wanted to have it here, that is a little bit too much. So I think we can only fit a diode maybe or something. Yeah, we can think about it later. Alright, I think that's it for today. I will... Maybe not today, I will print the rest of the things, the new plate and the trackball and everything. Maybe by tomorrow I will come up with some another idea, so I will try to fix it. I will see you guys on Friday, and what were we supposed to do on Friday? Ah yeah, maybe the foot pedal, we'll see how it goes. Like, we're gonna check the prints that I will print tomorrow on Friday, and maybe you can take a look on the foot pedal if we can do something about it. I'm kind of tempted to have that, because I would like to have it together with a game controller, like additional extra keys. So I think that would be kind of nice. Would be good to have like a working foot pedal. Even if I don't use it, it would be good to have something for the future. Yeah, alright. Thank you very much for watching, for joining today. Thank you very much to everyone who followed and subscribed. If you have any ideas, drop them in the comments. You can drop them on my YouTube channel. Even if you're on Twitch, you can come over to my YouTube channel and drop a comment over there if you have some idea or some comment, like what could be changed. And yeah, I guess I will see you all on Friday, and have a good rest, have a good Wednesday, nice Thursday, and come back on Friday. Thank you so much, and see you.